off, Dave. And there we go. We should be going live. Dave. All right, there we go. Can I say hello to everyone who has joined us today for today's webinar? If you guys can see me, go ahead and just say hello in the chat room. Can I say hello to? All right, awesome. All right, so my name is Nick. Some of you have seen me in the Telegram channel. I work as a community manager as part of the LODE community here, and I'm super grateful and excited to have you guys join us for our first live Q&A. This is going to be the first in a series. We're going to do these on a monthly basis. So once this is done, we're going to do our next webinar in October, and it's going to be a little more specific than the one today. But today we wanted to take the opportunity to introduce you to some of the key service providers that we have that make LODE what it is. So quickly to give you guys sort of an order of events, just to make sure that it's all clean and concise. We're going to go through, we're going to introduce each one of our service providers. And then once we've done that and they've explained, you know, what role that they play in the organization, we're going to turn it over to you guys to ask questions and have those questions answered. So, you know, without further ado, let's start things off with Interfix. So Ian and Karen, could you go ahead and let us know all about Interfix and what it is that you guys do for the LODE community?
Sure. Good morning. Thank you, Nick. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ian. I work as a coordinator with the Interfix to assist it along the lines of accomplishing the mandate for the project, the LODE project. Interfix is a steering body. Its main purpose is to assist and shepherd alongside the other service professionals in the community and to accomplish the objectives. These objectives of the project have been established under a plan of arrangement, and that plan of arrangement is triggers what we call the ethos or the creed of the project, which is to restore silver as a monetary unit or as money to the monetary system. Along the lines of this ethos is the efforts of these 33 service providers that are currently working in the project to assist more than 3,100 members worldwide in 90 countries to place silver in safe hands of SWP and to have it tokenized and allow others to use their silver as money. It's a complex arrangement. The legal framework for the project is still under review, but we're accomplishing many of the objectives. We have over 100 initiatives that are currently active in the project, and the community is growing constantly. So as a shepherd of the community, I work along with several others in the Interfix to accomplish these objectives. And at another time, we'll have an opportunity to speak to you specifically about your questions. But today, we just wanted to introduce ourselves to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Ian. I see a couple questions in the channel there very quickly. I am based out of Kelowna personally. That's where I work from. But next up, I want to introduce Atomic 47. We have David Olson here, who is going to introduce our tech partner, Atomic 47, and what they're all about. So David, take it away.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It's my pleasure to be leading the technology team to build the cryptocurrency and technical backbone for the project. We have a very ambitious project, and we want to change how money works. So we are being very secure about what we do in selecting both the technology and our partners. And we are at a very important crossroads right now in aligning with partners.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave. I do know that, you know, we have been making tons of progress on the LODE token. I know everybody's anticipating when that will be. I promise it's coming down the road. But next up, we have Hitman Creative, and who deals with a lot of the marketing. So Garrett, take it away. Tell us what you're all about.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Jared. I'm the creative director here at Hitman Media. So a little bit about us. We're a full-service digital and print creative group. So the company was originally started in 1999 in Vancouver, Canada, which is where I'm from. And now we're located in Europe, in the southern part of France, actually, to be more specific. We also have web programmers located in Hawaii. So our focus is on communication design with the purpose of really connecting companies and the people within those companies to their target audience. So essentially what we're doing is creating communities, which is really the focus of what LODE is all about. We are a community. So our specific responsibility is the look and feel for LODE, for AGX, essentially helping to visually represent this amazing community that all of us are a really big part of. So we believe at LODE, everything that we do is connected in some way by design. So all made possible by this sort of creative culture that we have built within the design marketing team. For us at Hitman Media, our tagline, or sort of our motto to live by, is think and then design. So part of that thinking process really involves listening. So listening to you, the LODE community, through meetings just like this one, and new ways that we will continue to reach out to all of you in the very near future. So as part of the LODE community, you're actually a big part of helping us to transform and navigate the design direction for this company. So all of us then are really connected by design. So it's an exciting time for us, and we personally really look forward to growing this community alongside all of you. So yeah, that's basically a little bit about us, and thanks for joining today.
Awesome. Thank you, Jared. Next up, we have AG Life. We have Sandra and Paul. Paul is our acting Vault Master, and he'll explain what it means to be a Vault Master shortly after Sandra does her introduction. So I believe you guys are in London, eh?
We are. We just touched down in London an hour ago, but our offices are located in Vancouver. Typically, that's where we work out of. Welcome, everybody, today to the webinar. Thanks for taking the time to come and learn about us. AG Life's function is to accomplish the day-to-day administration for the LODE project. We act as a payment coordinator for all the LODE service providers, and we also act as a liaison and a coordinator with the community's financial advisors and the banking and legal professionals. So we determine a strategy about where we're going to incorporate and what the banking is going to be. So I work with the professionals to get all that coordinated and done. Paul?
Hi, everybody. Yeah, so I basically, I'm the Vault Master. I work very closely with SWP. I watch and oversee from the time that you place your orders to the actual contribution hitting SWP. I actually physically confirm all the orders to your direct accounts. And I oversee the auditing for the vaults. So yeah, you know, if there's questions or anything on the accounts and everything, it comes through to me, and I try to get back to everybody as quickly as possible.
Unmute myself there. It's funny, Google can tell when I have my mute on and tells me so. So thank you guys for that introduction there. Next up, I'd like to introduce our vaulting partners. Brandon, unfortunately, doesn't have a webcam, but he is here with us, you know, on an auditory form. So Brandon, go ahead, take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Green. I am from Strategic Wealth Preservation. We're the vaulting partner for the LODE project. And what we are, we're a truly global, fully integrated precious metals dealer. We have sales offices in both the Caymans, Germany, and Canada. And basically, we specialize in the both acquisition and secure storage of precious metals for individuals, companies, trusts, wealth management professionals, all on behalf of their clients. And all of our accounts are fully segregated and allocated and fully insured through Lloyd's of London. So specifically for the LODE project, which we've been working with since day one, we handle all of their community's orders, including the purchases of new silver ounces and the delivery of existing silver products to one of the 6 global locations that we offer to the community, which include the Cayman, Toronto, Canada, Liechtenstein, Frankfurt, Germany, Singapore, and New Zealand. So this global network of secure vaulting locations under one single account allows the LODE community members to ship their metals to a vault in their region, minimizing costs, time in transit, and risk.
Awesome, thank you. Next up, we have WB Financial, which I believe is also in Cayman, correct, Stephen?
Yes. Good afternoon or good day, everyone. My name is Steve Sokol, and I'm a principal with WB Financial. I guess our relationship with the community is severalfold. I guess first and foremost, we provide outsourced CFO and accounting services and work with the team, over the life of this journey until the issuance ultimately of the coins. We also provide a lot of jurisdictional guidance as to where best to set up nowadays, and also assist with a number of things up to including setting up banking relationships. I guess we are based in Caymans, and we just enjoy working with the team here, and we're looking forward to its success and continued growth. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. So last up, but definitely not least, we have Humberto joining us, who represents Media 47. I'll let him explain the massive impact that he's had on our community. Humberto, go for it.
Thank you, guys. Good morning. My name is Humberto, and I've been in the tech and new media industry for the last 15 years. When LODE was shown to me, I saw the vision of bringing back the concept of real money to the masses, and certainly help them to restore and preserve their purchasing power by using silver as money. I'm very happy to be one of the service providers for LODE. I developed and maintained the communications channel LODE.live. The intention of this channel was to consolidate all media and communications initiatives that LODE has in one single location, so everybody could keep their eyes on being informed and be educated at the same time. There are a number of projects that are coming up soon. There are going to be some explainer videos, some infographics, some video updates, and how-to videos are being developed. Just keep coming back to LODE.live, and you'll be looking at what we do.
Awesome. So I know that took a little bit of patience, but we actually got through all of our service providers there. So, thank you for that. We now like to open the floor to questions. I already see that some of you guys have been very active in the communications channel, and one question that got one of quite a bit of notice was from Crypto Savages, I believe, in the California area. And he was asking an estimated timeline for the issuance of the LODE and AGX tokens, and when the wallets will be available. Atomic 47, do you want to touch very lightly on when we have a rough expectancy of when that might go down?
We are currently working to design and build our token and our network and enabling technologies, as well as our member portal. And we are very close to being able to get an audit and test on the token within a few weeks. The issuance I'm going to leave to Ian to answer, because it really does involve the community and more of the vision and direction, but we will be ready within a number of weeks to be able to start testing and stress testing and security testing our technology.
Yeah, thanks, David. The system relies upon people constructing the monetary mass so that people can use that mass as AGX value. Token value. So the current status of constructing that monetary mass is that we're now in phase 3. We've signed some significant term sheets with potential investors in different places and jurisdictions in the world that we expect to see activation around. So our primary objective at this time is to compel the community to come forward 100 ounces at a time and construct this mass so that when the token environment, the entire ecosystem, and all the tech and security aspects are in place, then these tokens can be released. And it'll be the world's first ever monetary system to restore silver as money. That's a pretty exciting objective. And we're hoping that by communicating and collaborating with you as a community, that you will compel others to join us, help us to grow. And we're looking for a big event of nearly 1 billion grams of silver in these vaults by the end of this year. So to answer your question specifically, at a suitable time, when all of the elements that provide security around this ecosystem are in place, those tokens will be made available to the members' wallet. In the meantime, this is your channel, Telegram, these live events, LODE.live and LODE.1, and the new AGX site that is under construction are all sources for information. And we hope to see you out there if we're going to be doing events and promoting this to the mining community. There's, as I've said previously, there's over 100 active initiatives in the project. And does that answer the question?
I think so.
Hopefully that answers the question.
We have some milestones to hit.
Yeah.
The technology will be ready. We're working with some very strong technology partners to enable both the marketplace, exchanges, and the token itself with smart contracts. So we're very excited, and we're looking to ensure that when it does launch, it's the right time.
Awesome. So, you know, so since on a similar sort of subject to the one we just answered, Christopher Bussell was wondering who's in charge of security. Dave, I remember a little earlier on in the summer, you had actually talked about security on a tech update. Can you maybe just speak to making sure that, you know, security is at, you know, the top of mind?
I guess ultimately I'm responsible for the security of the technology and of the practices in the shop and within the leadership team and the community itself, because we're enabling all of that. Right now we are securing the technology, the portal, the membership portal, and we are bringing in practices where we have not only 2 but 3 factor authentication. We will be educating the community on how to use cold storage, how to ensure that they secure themselves in the crypto space, as well as getting all the practitioners on board with practices to ensure that there's an ironclad pipe in the information transference between us and the community. We will bring on partners. You don't do this on your own, and we're already involving other technologies in the stack. I hope that answers the question.
Absolutely. Actually, we're getting a little bit, you got to love these live events because, you know, things happen very dynamically. We've got David Morgan in the channel who actually is asking to hop on the webinar with us and join us today. Very, very exciting. We'd like to speak a little bit about, you know, what we're doing to sort of reach out to the broader community and why perhaps you know, we've been a little quieter than some crypto projects, other crypto projects in the news. So give me a couple minutes to bring David Morgan on on board with us here. In the meantime, SJ, who I believe is out of Vancouver as well, mentioned that there is an event hosted by Cambridge House next week in Vancouver, and we will actually be attending that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will actually be attending that, and we do have the intention to be at a series of shows coming up in, you know, throughout the rest of the year, all the way up until December. And I'll speak to that in a little bit of a minute. But if you guys can bear with me, can we maybe get another question from the channel here while I get David Morgan the link to join us? Yeah. Okay, you know what? While I do that, maybe Jarrett, you can talk a little bit about the upcoming AGX project and you know, sort of the upcoming sort of webpage about that and what really separates LODE from AGX. Or if you guys want to field that question and really talk about the difference between the 2 tokens very quickly, that'd be great.
Well, I mean, a little bit what I was mentioning earlier about the focus is really on community. So if we kind of think of LODE as sort of being the technical part that drives these tokens, EGX will be a much more out there commercial brand. This will be the fun lifestyle brand that we're creating, and it's well underway. It's looking really good. It has more of an advertising aspect to it. And as far as the difference between the tokens and what they do, I would probably pass that over to tech, not so much design and marketing. So if they wanted to maybe fill in a little bit there.
Well, we have a two-token system that appeals to two different groups, and the AGX is going to be our cryptocurrency. It's going to be what's used every day to buy coffee, groceries, Lamborghinis, whatever it is. One AGX token represents 1 gram of silver, and that's the simplicity of it. The LODE token is creating the monetary mass. That's how simple it is. There's a relationship between the two. The LODE token owners gain rewards in AGX for helping create the monetary mass.
Yeah, and they don't affect one another from either side. So those that create the monetary mass do not control the money, which is authentic and original. Currently, a few people control all the money in the world. And so this opportunity or this project allows the people to create the money for the people. Water down. Yeah, so, you know, we would be remiss if we didn't mention that there are over 58 ambassadors currently working in the project to help install and restore silver to the monetary system, along with the 33 service providers, and most impressively, the 3,100 active members that are in the project. If you haven't had an opportunity to tell a friend to help us to grow, we'd like to get to 6,000 as fast as possible. So spread the word, please. Because this is the idea, is distributed, right? As distributed as possible. The objective is actually 1 million active users in the project, on the LODE project. That would mean that the monetary mass has been constructed by 1 million people, not 6 or 7 bodies, which is interesting.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. We're still trying to get David on the line here. I appreciate your patience. But while we're doing that, you know, let me talk a little bit about something else exciting that we have coming up, which is a revamped affiliate program. Now, if you guys are crypto advocates in the same way I have, you know that, you know, affiliate programs are really, really popular. And so what we've done is we've really simplified the whole process to create a system that is much more fluid, that allows you to see how many rewards you've garnered for yourself, and will be much easier to share with your friends and make sure that you're going to receive you know, a fair compensation for the effort of bringing people into the LODE community. So this affiliate program, we're going to really shoot to have it out by the end of September. You know, tech is what it is. So, you know, barring any hiccups, we would love to see this out by the end of September. It'll be very, very similar to a, what do you call it, Coinbase, or even similar to a Binance type affiliate program. Now, you're not going to take ongoing transaction fees, but when somebody comes in and they make their first initial purchase with the LODE community, you will be compensated, as well as the affiliate that you brought in, you will be compensated for as well. And I believe it will be about 10 tokens for each of you. So every time you bring somebody in new and they make their first initial purchase, you're going to get 10 tokens. They're going to get 10 tokens. Now, one of the other questions that I see in the channel quite often is, you know, to put the joke, when Lambo, when Moon, how much is the token worth? We are a utility token, so it's not really up for us to speculate on what it will be. But if you haven't had the opportunity yet, we did have an independent review done by Evans & Evans, in which they cite what they believe the value of the token may one day be. And so proceeding this, I'm going to post it in the Telegram channel, as well as in the members area. So if you're not already a member, please do subscribe, click the links, and register with us so you can get access to this independent review and see for yourself what, not us, because it's very easy for us to sit here and say, you know, what we think this will be worth, but to have somebody independently give their thoughts, you know, is very powerful. So we definitely want you guys to take a look at that as well. So very quickly here, we're going to try one more time to bring David into the webinar with us. So just bear with me one more time. Other exciting updates that we have on the way, as I mentioned before, we are going to be doing a roadshow. We will be in Silver Summit in San Francisco, I believe, in October, which will be very, very exciting. But in addition to these trade shows that we have coming up, we will also be hosting a series of small investor events around the world. You know, definitely in San Francisco. Also, we will also be hosting some in Vancouver, in Kelowna. Oh, and welcome, David. Thank you for joining us today. We are super privileged to have you with us. Without further ado, I'll let you take it away. Vancouver, you know, definitely in and welcome, definitely in San Francisco. Also, super privileged to be having some in Vancouver, in Kelowna. I'll let you take it away. And welcome, David. Thank you for joining us today. We are super privileged to have you with us. Without further ado, I'll let you take it away.
Okay, I'm getting a little feedback on the speakers.
Well, I'm going to put myself on mute for you. It does look like you have a bit of lag, but it is what it is.
A little feedback on the speakers. All right, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me.
I'm going to put myself on mute.
Okay, I'm getting a little feedback on the speakers.
But it is what it is. Well, I'm going to put myself on mute for you.
All right, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me.
But it is what it is.
So I just turned my speakers off, but thank you for having me. Basically, one of my main objectives of my life is really to get the monetary system on track. And to quote the late, great Michael Rupert, unless we change the way money works, we haven't changed anything. So people that are in my peer group that talk about the reset, talk about lots of variables. And the one that no one really talks about very much is if we get a reset and the bankers at large are still in charge, we really haven't changed anything. This is an opportunity that is a grassroots, bottom-up technology using the latest cryptocurrencies backed by the oldest money on the planet, silver. So this is an opportunity that really is outside of the banking control, and it is basically controlled by the people. So it's part of my mission to spread the word. Someone in the chat box asked, why haven't others jumped on board? And I really can't speak for them. I think, one, it's the fact that the early adopters into cryptos were basically looking for, a lot of cases, a quick buck. This is not a quick buck situation. This is a foundation change, as Ian and the LODE community says, to reinstitute silver as money. So I'm excited about it. I will, as one of the ambassadors, be promoting the LODE project as I have in the past, if you watch any of my videos. And at the conference in San Francisco, which is actually something that I thought up years ago, I'll have my own platform. And of course, my bread and butter is the Morgan Report, which I'll be speaking about. But I may have the opportunity to speak about LODE in a separate forum at that same conference. I can't really emphasize too much that we all play a critical role, because if we are able to get real traction in this community and remonetize silver, the possibilities are unimaginable. We really could be at first time in a very long time in monetary history where we have the ability to actually peer-to-peer, people-to-people, person-to-person, buy anything from a washcloth to the Lamborghini that was joked about. And it's going to take work, effort, and there's going to be some problems. This is humans' infallibility. We are not infallible. We make mistakes, but they can be corrected. I'm favorable to doing it right, not fast, but we're all a little anxious to see it start. It will be tied to the price of silver. And of course, there is a spread between the buy and sell on silver like there is at any coin deal or whatever. Because of that fact, that allows the community to have a viable business that will continue. Some of these situations that are asset backed really haven't thought them through in the depth that the LODE community has, which means that we have something that once we start it, it will continue to grow and continue to scale rather rapidly. So I think the foundation has been set carefully, most considerably. Security is always an issue. It's one of my main concerns, and I am confident that we're going to do probably the best in the community at large. Personal thought is I've watched the crypto space for quite some time, and I feel, and this is a feeling, not a thought, that we would be in a situation where the next leg up in cryptocurrencies will be blockchain-based, asset-backed communities. And that's what we have here at LODE. And in my view, this is the one that we want to make the superstar. Shiny and as brilliant as silver is, let's make sure that we give that extra effort to make sure that we spread the word far and wide for those that are willing to adopt something that gets us the power of money and not the bankers. Enough said. I can only be here another 10 minutes. You can type in questions. I'll put my speaker back on, and hopefully I made some sense out of that. Thank you for allowing me the time.
No, thank you.
I can only be here for 10 minutes. You can type in power my speaker back on. Hopefully I made some sense. Thank you. I can only be here another 10 minutes.
Your mic, please.
I can only be here for 10 minutes. Thank you for allowing me.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. So we don't have too much more time today. We're actually going to close it out fairly quickly. I just want to close us out with some clarifying statements. As you know, one of the things that I've noticed in the channel is a recurring question of, when are we going to see more information and when are we going to see more updates? There has been a separation between the LODE.1 and the LODE.live website. We're going to do our very best to bring those two websites together so that you guys will have an easier time seeing the information that's being tossed back and forth. So as it presently stands, if you are curious about what's going on in the project, we're going to release what our roadshow roadmap is going to look like very soon here. And once all that information is out and on an ongoing basis, LODE.live is going to be your source for all your LODE-centric news. And LODE.1 will be your members area. That will be where you can go to participate in the affiliate program, contribute more silver to building the monetary mass and building the future of money. So I think that's all the time that we have for today. I'm super grateful. Thank you everybody for joining us. Honestly, your questions they help keep us accountable. They help us grow the project into everything that it truly can be. So we are going to follow up next month. We're going to focus this in a little bit more. It's likely that we'll probably do the next webinar on talking specifically about how the actual LODE system works and how that monetary mass is going to function in its utility. So I hope you'll join us for that again. Thank you to all our service providers for joining us, and thank you guys one more time. Have a great day. Take care.